My name is Shawn Copeland, and this is my story. How did I come to know Jesus was, I was very actually outspoken against God in general, religion in general. I was that way from 15 to 20 years old. And just a moment in my life where I got off work, normal day during the summer. I was 20 years old and was sitting there watching SportsCenter. It was actually very strange for me. I kind of describe it as an internal debate that took place without me being involved in it. The biggest thing I had against Christianity specifically is because I grew up in the Bible Belt and everybody went to church, everybody, I love Jesus type thing, and I just didn't feel that love there. And a lot of that was because of my childhood. I had a father that committed suicide when I was 7. My mother was married and divorced before I graduated high school 4 times. Everybody in her life were alcoholics, druggies. My mom did everything she could to provide for me, take care of me, and loved me. And so I'm very appreciative of that. And probably the person I became closest to, especially after my father passed away, was my grandfather. My grandfather was my best friend. The doctors gave him 2 to 3 years to live. My grandfather made an announcement to the entire family, you have nothing to worry about. I've prayed to God to give me 6 more years. So we've got at least 6 more years to go. Grandfather died within months of him making that statement. And so at that point, seeing my grandfather in the casket overlooking my whole life of all the male role models in my life, and here's the one that I actually was fulfilling a good job of being a male role model in my life and the one that proclaimed Christ as Lord, it was pretty evident to me like there was no God. My problems with God were pretty straightforward. Where were you at? Where are you at? If you truly are loving, if you're truly all powerful, where are you at in my life? And God at that moment, in that internal debate that started happening with all the things I'd ever said to pastors, to people, believers, and to my wife, to my mom, to my childhood best friend's mom, all those things that I'd ever said, God was knocking them out of the park, answering them. And the overwhelming answer was him making me realize how blessed my life had truly been. I didn't deserve a father for 7 years. I didn't deserve a grandfather in my life for 15 years. And for me to stop and think about it, that I had spent the first 20 years of my life giving no glory back to God, and Him to show me how much He was there and loved me during those 20 years was just overwhelming to me. And I couldn't resist, I couldn't deny it anymore. Being a child of God takes the bad situations that have happened in my childhood and made me realize how blessed I was to go through those situations. Because it's been phenomenal to see kids standing in my classroom who have gone through similar or the same stuff and to be able to have an answer for them. And if God would not have allowed those things, I wouldn't have no answer for them. I wouldn't have any way to connect with them. And to know that He loves me so much to allow me to endure that He had such a plan for me to allow me to endure that, just shows me even more how much He loves them and how much He loves others and wants to have a relationship with them and adopt them into His family.